Hey guys, how's it going? Big Dope 7 here with another episode of Road to the World Series. Today we begin our first game of against Washington in Washington. Now, last time we saw these guys, it was at Wrigley Field for a set of three, in which we lost that series. The Nationals ended up winning it the best 2 out of 3. We're hoping to get a little bit of revenge here, but they're going to see C.J. Edwards for the first time ever. C.J. Edwards, like I keep saying, he had a no-hitter in his last time out. I bumped him back a start just because he was really tired from that no-hitter. He pitched all 9 innings of that ball game, and so he was a little out of energy, and Lester didn't go very deep into the start previous to his last start. So he was full on energy, and so I pitched him yesterday instead. But today, C.J. Edwards gets to go up against Doug Fister, undefeated Doug Fister for the Nationals, who are currently leading the wild card at this point in the season. They're 30-23. We're just 4 games under 500, 5 games behind them in the wild card chase. And as you can see here, we're 9 back of the Brewers. Let's just give you a little breakdown real quick of where we are so far. I should have probably done this in the first of the month, but we're sitting 9 back of the Brewers in 3rd place now. We hopped the Pirates, who have been not playing well as of late. As you can see, they're only 1 for their last 10, lost 9 of their last 10 games. And we have won 6 of our last 10, so we've been doing okay. We're playing over 500 baseball over the last 10 games, not too bad. Now our next goal is to catch the Cardinals. I believe they won their last game, so we won't be able to gain any ground on them if we do win, but nonetheless, a win is if we can get a win here, a win is a win. The better our record, the more the more chances we'll have to make the playoffs coming up. But as you can see here too, the wild card race here, the Nationals are 30-23, leading tied for the lead in the National League wild card chase with the Diamondbacks. So if the playoffs began today, it would be a Nationals Diamondbacks wild card game. And there we are, sitting 5 games down there, down on them. Just give you a look at where they're at in their division. They're sitting 2 games out behind the Mets, so that's kind of what they're chasing there. They're not a team that scores a lot of runs, but they pitch very well. So always a good series between us two. Last series was a very low-scoring series, with the exception of the one game in which Gio Gonzalez pitched, and we did not play well in that game. But we definitely played well enough to win 2 of those games, but only took 1. But also, just another little side note, we just had our draft. I got another catcher just because he was one of the best players available, and he won't be up for a while, probably for at least another few years. So, we got David Ross, who's older, and then we got Miguel Montero, who's a little older as well. So I figured we could use another young catcher. So we'll just have to see who ends up being better, him or Schwarber. And then also picked up some arms in the bullpen, or just arms in general, because you can never have too much pitching in this league. And then King Rouse got a really good start, and a couple other players. He basically, what he told me to do for him was just to pick the best available player. Basically just not that, but I didn't sit there and select starting pitcher after starting pitcher after starting pitcher or whatever, because there was a lot of starting pitching in the draft. But I did select the best available in positions that he did need. But let's go ahead and get into this game now here. We are playing on the road now against the Nationals, and we're going to go ahead and wear the blues. Just to change it up a little bit. Like I said, we're going to have C.J. Edwards on the mound. C.J. having a good year so far, including that no-hitter that he pitched his last time out. Got a 3 ERA. He's 2-2, so not a bad way to start his career in the majors. But we do have some guys that are going to be resting today, Anthony Rizzo being one of them. Mike Oltz will be in for him. Tommy LaStella is going to play second. And then somebody plays center too. Who are we going to have play center? We'll have Junior Lake play center. Give Junior Lake some action. And then I can't take too many bats out of the lineup because I can't have too many guys resting. But this is going to shuffle up the lineup a little bit. Tommy LaStella is going to bat leadoff. Going to have Chris Coughlin. You know what? We're going to go ahead and leave Chris Bryant there, and that's the lineup we're going to go out there with today. what we're gonna do right there. Tommy Vestella hasn't been batting well of late, but and I also switched to all the pretty much everything with the exception of the managing to auto. So the computer starts doing some different things, so trades start happening and stuff, and then also so it's not so taxing on keeping up with the day-to-day lineups that they have out there. But that's gonna go ahead and do it for me. Thanks for listening to me, anyways. But I'm gonna go ahead and kick it out to Matt, Eric, and Steve out at the ballpark in our nation's capital, and I'll be back after the game, guys. Enjoy.
And now over, makes the catch on the warning track. Aaron Hicks, 420 feet from home plate, hauls it in.
What a great catch by Aaron Hicks.
With everyone standing at Dodger Stadium, Kershaw pitches. Carpenter swings and hits a drive. Right center field. It's in the gap, and it's down off the wall.
Closing in on first pitch tonight in the district. The Cubs battle the Nationals. Next. Now from the southeast quadrant of Washington, D.C., a look at Nationals Park here in our nation's capital. Tonight, the first of this four-game weekend set between the Cubs and the Washington Nationals. With that, we say hello again, everybody, and welcome to Cubs Baseball. Matt Vasgersian with you, Mike Side, joined as always by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. Steve, two right-handers getting the call here in the opener.
Yeah, well, this should be a pretty good matchup here. Both of these teams entering this series on winning streaks. So it's going to be up to these two gentlemen right here to make sure that their team's streak continues.
Guys will have much more to talk about as the night progresses, but first, let's take a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Chicago Cubs, as Joe Madden will line them up like this. He'll go to work against the sinker ball specialist, former Tiger right-hander Doug Fister. And defensively, here's how Washington will take the field behind him. Tommy La Stella will move towards the batter's boxes. We're just about set to get underway tonight.
Second baseman, Tommy La Stella.
First of four here to start the weekend as the game's first pitch is taken, and it's strike one. EK, let's take a look at our homestanding nine as they enter play here this evening. They're definitely in a nice stretch as they've won 6 of their last 7 ball games.
Yeah, and when you're playing good baseball, suddenly first place starts coming into clear focus. They've really made up some ground here in the past week or so.
Throw on by Espinosa takes care of him for the first out. Chris Bryant will stand in now, and obviously one to be careful with, as you see there, currently leading the senior circuit in long balls. Now here's the first pitch. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. Figure we'll probably see a heavy dose of that sinker here tonight.
It's really a pitch you'll lean on, especially when he needs that ground ball, but even in situations like this where he's just trying to get ahead.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
And this is a guy who will not get cheated up there, and he almost came out of his shoes on that one.
Now the pitch. And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Here comes the 1-2. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. 1 out, nobody on. Here comes a 2-2. And a swing and a misses. They got him with the slider there, 2 away.
Wow, how nice would it be to set the tone and come out here and get a great 1-2-3 first inning. He's looking good on the mound right now. It could be a long day.
Mike Holt will have his first opportunity now as it comes with the bases empty here in the top of the first. Now the first pitch. And there's a strike right down the heart of the plate, 0-1.
Oh, a very hittable pitch, too. That's a middle-of-the-plate fastball, and he's not going to get away with too many of those tonight.
Here it comes. Cold strike on the outside part of the plate, 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Now here's the pitch. Swinging a hard liner to center field. And that's a base hit.
Yeah, he was hoping for a quick 1-2-3 to start the night. Now he's going to have a little work to do with a runner on and a dangerous cleanup hitter coming up.
Jorge Soler will stand in now. He homered in the ballgame last night. Now the first pitch. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. But this is foul for the first strike. He's set, now the pitch. And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. From the stretch. Zimmerman is there, and he'll bring this one in. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. And now the Nationals get their first opportunity. No score. Starting lineup for Washington looks like this. C.J. Edwards is on the mound to face them. His greatest challenge in this one will be avoiding the long ball. He's going to be staring down some guys. There'll be tough outs in this ball game, but it'll be imperative that he keeps the ball in the ballpark. And there's a look at the defensive alignment for the Cubs here. Anthony Rendon will step in now to lead things off in the home half of the first. Breaking ball for a strike, 0-1. EK, you take a look at our visitors as they enter play here this evening. They've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
Yeah, they still find themselves stuck in 3rd place in the division, but this is an important stretch for these guys. And if they can string a few victories together, they've got a chance to get back into it.
And now, fortunately, they will get an out here. And this has to be a big concern here. This ball came back and got him right in the pitching arm, and that is something you just never want to see. You can see him trying to work this one off, and from all appearances, I think they're going to let him continue, so that at least is a good sign. Nate McLeod will stand in, getting the start here despite being out of the lineup last night. First pitch coming. First pitch here is popped a mile high into the air. This is way up there, but playable on the infield. And this is taken in for the second out.
Well, 3 pitches, 2 outs here to start the home first. He's got to be loving that.
Jason Worth.
Jason Worth will get his first cuts now, and he'll do so with the bases empty and 2 away here in the first. Here's the first offering. First pitch is a curveball that's inside, 1-0. You'd have to say, so far, so good here for the rookie.
Yeah, I mean, he's getting ahead. He's mixing his pitches. You'd like to put up a 0 to get that first inning out of the way, and he's close to making that happen.
Now a ball slapped hard the opposite way. And Worth is going to reach. That's a base hit.
And even if this doesn't lead to a run, it's important not to let this guy get out there and skate through the first inning, throwing as few pitches as he has. If nothing else, maybe you force him to throw another, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 pitches to the next hitter.
First pitch coming. And here's the ball lifted high into foul ground down the right field line. Just foul. Comes set. Now the pitch. Oh, he rips this one to first. And a little self-preservation down at first as he pulls that one in to end the inning. Second inning upcoming from our nation's capital with no score. Starlin Castro will stand in for the first time now, looking to keep that hot streak going as he's been hitting the ball well these past 6 ball games. Here's the first offering. And not the greatest of starts to the at-bat as he reaches for one out of the zone for strike 1.
Yeah, he really pulled off of that one, and that's not the kind of swing we're accustomed to seeing from a guy like him.
Right, especially starting off an at-bat.
And a bouncing ball, foul. Now here's the pitch. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2. 1-2. That's toward the gap in right center, and he may get himself extra bases here to start the inning. Around first is Castro, heading for second now. And he'll get in there standing up with a leadoff double.
Right center field. This is a fastball, and he just slashes this thing the other way into the gap. No real chance for the outfielders to cut that one off, and he's going to wind up on second with a leadoff double.
Number 12 will stand in now with a good chance to break the seal here following the leadoff double.
Well, it's a good RBI opportunity, but you've got to remember your first job, which is to at least get that guy over to third base.
First offering on the way. Starts him out with a sinker that's inside, 1-0. For Castro, that's now 10 doubles for him on the season. .1-0 on the way. Oh, pretty healthy hack that time. It's 1-1.
Yeah, and you got to be careful that you don't go up there helping them out, especially if you get that feeling that they're trying to work around you.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on the sinker, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, that's just the same pitch 3 times in a row. I guess he figures, why mess with success when you get it to 1-2?
Here's the 1-2. That's hard hit back up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit around third and being waved on home. And they'll get it in quickly. It's first and third now with nobody out.
Perfect start to the inning here in a tie ball game. You get that leadoff double, and he's moved over to third on the base hit. So now, heck, even a double play ball will get you the lead, though I bet they'll be looking for a lot more than that.
Standing in now, Chris Coughlin checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike 1. He'll enter play right at .310 on the year. 2 home runs and 8 runs batted in. Runners lead from first and third. Here's the pitch. Now a swing and a ground ball, and the Cubs are going to strike first here. It's a base hit, and they have taken a 1-0 lead.
Batting 8, pitcher, C.J. Edwards.
C.J. Edwards will stand in, and you can almost guarantee he'll be trying to move those runners here. First pitch on the way. And no surprise to see the pitcher squaring around as he gets this one down. Only plays to first, so the pitcher does his job as it's a successful sacrifice.
And with your pitcher at the plate, you always like it when he can get that bunt down on the very first pitch. Not only do you let him get back to the dugout and rest up just a little bit, but you also keep that momentum going. And that's a nice job right there.
Junior Lake standing in as he gets a good curveball here to start the at-bat. It's strike 1.
Sometimes guys can get keyed up in big spots like this, and that's where that curveball can be a real effective pitch.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Don't know what he's waiting for there. It's 0-2. Do you even bother with anything else here?
No, I sure would. As a hitter, you're thinking, look for fastball, adjust for an off-speed pitch. And so far in this at-bat, he hasn't made any adjustments.
Comes set, now the pitch. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
And even on 1-2 now, you've got to expand the strike zone a little up there. You can't go down looking here. You've got to put this ball in play.
Now the 1-2. Now a half swing, but it's strike 3 anyway, says the home plate umpire, and that's out number 2.
And here this is one more time on show track. You can see he checked his swing there, and I think he did so in time, but you can clearly see that that pitch is in the strike zone, and I think ultimately that was a called third strike.
Here's Tommy LaStella now as he swings at the first pitch and lifts a fly ball out to left field. There to play it is Worth, and he makes the play to retire the side. Only 1 in the inning for the Cubs. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. It's the Cubs 1 and the Nationals nothing. Bryce Harper will lead things off here as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 due up to start the home second. Now here's the first pitch. And the inning will start with a chopper fouled at home plate. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2. He may not throw a ton of changeups here tonight, but he's got a good one when he needs it.
And I think he will need it because this is a good fastball hitting team. Most teams are. So the more you can keep these guys guessing off balance, the better.
Now a fastball as he has to lean out of the way there.
And you know what? That's not a big breaking ball coming up high and tight. That's going to get your attention a little.
And a fastball there is inside as that one backed him up a bit.
Yeah, I don't think this is a guy you want to mess with here. He can hurt you in more ways than one.
Here's the 2-2 offering.
Here we go.
This is a foul ball.
Foul ball.
The 2-2 one more time. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2. Set to follow here is Ian Desmond. 3-2 pitch. Opposite field to left. But he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in for the first out.
And that's one of those plays where you might need to reinforce the laces on your glove after this inning ends. This is a fastball, and it is hammered. I mean smoked. But he ends up with nothing, and his average is going to go down.
Here's the shortstop, Ian Desmond. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball one. He'll enter play here at 3:04. 5 homers, 18 driven in. Here comes the 1-0. And the 1-0 is sent out to straightaway center field. And that'll get down for a base hit. Around second, he'll try for third. The relay, the tag, and he's out at third. And a poor decision to try to stretch it that time.
Well, once his ball got out there, you figured it was a sure double, but he decided to risk it and try for 3. It's a pretty big gamble to take when you're already in scoring position, and here it doesn't pay off.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos, as he'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0. He'll check in here at 277. 5 homers and 16 RBIs.
Go, Dad.
1-0 pitch now. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. Throw on to the first baseman, Alt, and that retires the side. Nationals gone in order. It remains 1-0. Chris Bryant is ready to go here as we begin the third.
Third baseman, Chris Bryant.
First pitch to him. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. The next pitch. Oh, and he took a big swing at that one as this is driven out to deep left center field. And the third inning gets started with a bang. Home run. So a solo shot here to left center field. Number 13 for him on the year as the Cubs are out in front now 2-0.
That's why folks are talking this guy up as a Rookie of the Year candidate. But that's not a terrible pitch, but he jumps all over it. And I'll tell you what, this is a kid that's got a real bright future, if you ask me.
Here's Mike Alt now.
First baseman, Mike.
As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1. Now here it comes. Good hard sinker that time, and he's in control 0-2.
Oh, and he's sure got a good one, doesn't he? That ball goes from about knee-high to ankle-high in the matter of about 5 feet.
Bases are empty here, nobody out. Pitch on the way. And he's forced to protect with 2 strikes as he had to reach for that one to foul it away. Another 0-2 home. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. Zimmerman is over, and he puts it away for the first out.
Might have had thoughts about going back-to-back here. This is right where he likes it. He took a big swing at it. Wound up getting just a bit underneath it, popping it straight up.
In is Jorge Soler. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. Here's the pitch. And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. Now the pitch. Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2.
And now, as a hitter, 1-2, you've got to be thinking right center field. He'll take a little swing out and try to drive something the other way.
The 1-2 with one away. And this is fouled back and out of play. Here he comes again, 1-2. Good sinker that time as he gets a piece and chops it foul at home plate. He'll try again, 1-2. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
And this is where he gets so tough. He's seen everything you've got, but you've still got to make one more good pitch to get him out.
Sets the 2-2 pitch. Now a half swing, but it's strike three anyway, says the home plate umpire, and that's out number 2.
Well, he's made 5 or 6 quality pitches in this inning, but he just made the one bad one. And you can bet that's the one he's going to remember when he gets back to the dugout. Good job here, though, because he bounced back to retire the next 2 guys that he faced.
Here's Starlin Castro. And here's a sinker that causes him to back away, as that just about got him.
Well, nothing wrong with that. As much as it pains me to say, pitchers have the right to work inside.
Here's the 1-0. And this will be swung on and bounced on the ground to second. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Cubs get a run here thanks to this solo home run. We played 2.5. It's now 2-0 Chicago. Danny Espinosa makes his way to the plate to get us started here in the bottom of inning number 3.
Second baseman, Danny Espinosa.
And here's the first pitch. And they start him out away with a cold strike.
One strike.
Now here's the pitch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
That big curveball is not an easy one to take on an 0-2 count. That's a great job of holding off.
The right-hander deals on 1-2. Struck him out, but he'll try for first on the drop third strike. But not to worry, as the catcher simply applies the tag here for the first out. Doug Fister will be the batter. First pitch coming. And it's the outside corner. It's strike one. Now the pitch. Missed low and inside with it. 1-1. One pitch on the way. Fastball not close, and he runs it to 2 balls and a strike. And this is something we've seen a lot from him recently. He's worked his way into another good hitter's count.
Yeah, it's not unrelated either. When you're going good at the plate, usually means you're being selective and you're not getting yourself out. And when that happens, you'll find yourself in these kind of counts.
Now the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss as he ran that two-seamer right by him for the second out.
And sometimes it doesn't quite matter how hard a thrower a guy is. If he can locate, he's going to be successful. The location here is absolutely spot on, right on the inside corner. That's a tough, tough pitch.
In now is Anthony Rendon, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike one.
You know, it's so important with guys like this to get ahead with strike one. Put them behind in the count and on their back foot right away.
Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. Two out, nobody on. Here comes the 1-1. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now. The pitch. Fouled back. Now another 1-2. And he pops him up, drifting toward the left side of the infield. Bryant has got it, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. They're down 2-0. Number 12 will stand in now to get us going here in the fourth.
Catcher, number 12.
Water! Get your water here!
Here's the first pitch to him. Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. Hits ball one.
Yeah, he's not really getting on top of that curveball right now, and that's going to get him into trouble if he keeps leaving it up there like that.
Now the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss on the sinker, a ball and a strike.
He might have thought he'd be getting another dose of that curveball because he was way behind that one.
The 1-1 home. Chopper foul. The 1-2. Now here's a ground ball that'll get by the mound and into center field for a leadoff single.
And at this point, I don't think you could expect anything less than a two-hit ball game from this guy. I mean, he's been as hot as anybody lately, and he comes through again here.
Chris Coughlin will stand in, an RBI single in his first appearance. Now here's the first pitch. On the ground now for Espinosa. This may be two. Desmond for one. On to first, and they get them both.
Boy, that's the great thing about having a good sinker, and it seems like a lot of times, even when guys do get a hit off of you, the next guy's going to come up and ground into a double play anyway. We've seen it before, and that's exactly what happens here.
Into the box, C.J. Edwards, as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike one. Two runs, 6 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Now here's the pitch. Swing and a high pop-up to the left side. Rendon is under this one, and that will retire the side. Nothing happening there for the Cubbies, but they're on top 2-0. Nate McLeod will lead things off here in the home half of the fourth.
Center fielder, Nate McLeod.
Now the first pitch. And this ball's going to find the seats down the left field line. Foul, strike one. Pitch on the way. And this one misses to McLeod as that evens the count at 1-1. Ready now on 1-1. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. Here comes a 1-2. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the two-seamer, and that's out number 1. And these two teams right back at it tomorrow night. We'll have coverage of Game 2 of the series in high definition on the show as you get a look there at the two starters scheduled to oppose one another. So one away here with the bases empty, and here's the left fielder, Jason Worth. Now the first pitch. In there at the knees, strike one.
Well, as we've seen so far, this isn't a team that's going to wait around too long to feel a pitcher out. They're an aggressive team all the way from top to bottom. And if that first pitch is anywhere close, most of these guys are going to take a hack at it.
Down and away, ball 1. Bases are empty, one man out. Now the 1-1. A curveball here, but he was waiting for it and sends it in the air to deep left field. Oh, and he misses it. And he'll pull in there with a one-out double.
And this is how you break out of a cold streak. This is his second hit of the ball game. This one goes for extra bases. You can see that confidence is slowly starting to come back at the plate.
Mike Baxter is going to come in now and take over following the injury.
Now playing left field, number 33.
Here's Ryan Zimmerman now, as he swings and hits this one fouled off to the right and out of play.
First baseman.
He waits, now the pitch. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. One thing you can say with certainty, he's really tried to take some ownage on that inside part of the plate.
It's something that you need to learn as a young pitcher. You've got to have that willingness to work inside, or guys at this level will just lean out over the plate and eat you up.
Here's a hard hit ball back up the middle. Throw on to first takes care of Zimmerman for the second out of the inning.
All right, now you're looking at no way for them to manufacture a run, really. There's a guy on third now, but 2 outs. That really wasn't all that helpful.
So 2 are gone now in the Nationals' 4th. And that'll bring in a dangerous hitter indeed in the form of Bryce Harper. Here's the first offering. Good breaking ball there. Had him frozen. Strike 1.
I thought they'd be working the edges against a guy like this, but I caught an awful lot of the plate.
He's ready. Now the pitch. And now the bat explodes as this has popped up. And he'll avoid the fragments out there to make the catch that ends the inning. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. Thursday Night Baseball rolls on. We'll have more after this. Junior Lake will make his way towards the box to lead off the 5th.
Junior Lake.
First pitch coming. First pitch of the inning is bounced up the middle, and they're going to get themselves a base runner rather quickly here as that's into center field for a leadoff single.
A good job here. Stays inside the ball well, doesn't roll over, and just shoots this ball right back up the middle.
Here's Tommy La Stella now as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. He's ready now. The pitch on the move is Lake. Pitch inside the throw. The tag by Desmond, and he is out at second base.
And this throw had to be on the money because this guy got out of the blocks pretty quickly that time over at first. But this throw is an absolute pearl. Never gets more than 5-6 feet off the ground, and he guns him down.
The 1-1. Now a hard hit ball back up the middle. To his left, here's Desmond on to first, and there are two down.
And you know, pitching's a lot more than just velocity. This guy, he's living proof. If you hit your spots, change speeds, you can get guys out with an 87, 88 mile an hour fastball, and he did it right there.
Chris Bryant will get another shot. He homered his last time. Here's the first offering. Couldn't quite pull that swing back. He went around for strike one.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
Here it comes. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now, 0-2. And the pitch. Now a sinker runs in on him a bit as he's got to step out of the way there.
I'll say this. He wasn't going to get his arms extended on that one.
Here comes the 1-2. This is grounded foul. Two runs, 7 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Here's another 1-2. And an off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and with that, the side is retired. Cubs are down quietly. They're up 2-0. Ian Desmond will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
First offering on the way. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. The pitch count there, 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. Late on the fastball there as this one skied out toward right. Under this one is Soler, and he'll handle it for the first out.
Now batting, catcher,
Wilson Ramos will stand in. He grounded out his first time. Now the pitch. He'll start him with a fastball down and in for a ball, 1-0. Now here it comes. Lays off again, and it's 2-0.
This is a good approach when you're facing a pitcher you're not too familiar with. Take a look at a few and see what he's got.
Now the 2-0 home. 3-0 now.
And he's got a little bit of work to do now to avoid that first walk.
What can he do here? 3-0. That's slowly hit to the right side. And the underhanded throw gets him for the out.
Yeah, you could see he tried to hold back on the swing, but he'd already committed himself too far, and this becomes a waste of an at-bat and an easy ground out.
Into the box now, Danny Espinoza. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. Here's a 1-0. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
And after the strikeout his first time around, I think he was able to use that first at-bat as a learning experience. Those have both been real good takes.
The 2-0. Too tight with that one. 3-0. Figure he's taken now on the 3-ball count.
Maybe even taking 2.
Here it is, the 3-0. And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1.
Well, you get the sense that what they need is one big hit from anybody in the lineup. If they could get one, it could get them right back in this game, because right now they just seem out of it.
And this is sliced foul into the stands in right, out of play. And now a pitch on the way. Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. And, whoa, awfully close, but it's ball 4 according to Woody Keller.
Well, at the very least, this is going to allow the pitcher to hit here in this inning now instead of having to lead off the next inning.
Doug Fister will try it again. Set down on strikes his first time. First pitch coming. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose. The 1-0 home. Grounded foul toward the third base dugout. 2 out with the man at first. Now the 1-1 pitch. And this is swung on and sent on the ground to first. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. 1 left for Washington. They're still down. It's 2-0. Mike Olt will get settled in here as the Cubs look to get it going in their half of the 6th.
Mike Olt.
Come on, Nationals, we need to win. Come on, let's win, Nationals.
First pitch on the way. That's hard hit back up the middle. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit.
Well, these guys have been high on effort, but low on results so far. They're still stuck on 2 runs, but at least they've got a leadoff base runner here to start this inning.
Now the Nationals skipper's up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And his arrival on the mound will signal the end for Doug Fister. He'll wind up lasting just 5 innings here. Didn't pitch all that poorly, yet he's gone nonetheless. Craig Stammen will get the assignment on the mound here as he'll enter with the runner at first and nobody out.
Craig Stammen.
Jorge Soler will be the first to stand in against the new pitcher as he'll do so with the runner at first and nobody out. First pitch to him. Swinging a ground ball to first. Desmond for 1. The relay not in time as he beats the throw by a step.
This is always a tough throw here for a first baseman coming off the bag. You got to make sure that you don't just throw the ball right into the runner's back heading down to second base. Here he takes just a little extra time to make sure that he makes a good throw. And they're going to settle for just 1 at second.
Starlin Castro will step in, a ground out victim as last time. And some action out in that Washington bullpen now as we see both a left-hander and a right-hander throwing. And here's the first pitch. This ball's hit in the air down the right side and out of play. 0-1. He's set, now the pitch. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Runner at first here, one man out. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a ball bounced back up the middle. Step on the bag for one. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. One hit's all they get. Top of the order due up in the home half of the sixth. The Cubbies are in front, 2-0. Anthony Rendon will stand in and he'll lead off in the Washington sixth.
Third baseman, Anthony Rendon.
First pitch coming. Now a ball grounded foul over toward the coaching box. The pitch. 0-1 pitch is sent on the ground now to Castro out at short. And a good throw gets him one gone.
Well, this is one of those situations where his guys got him the lead early on, and he's been in complete control ever since. I mean, he's barely been threatened out there.
Nate McLeod will come forward now. He's popped out and struck out in his first two plate appearances. Here's the first pitch to him. Ball hit high and foul down the left field line. It's strike one. Now here's the pitch. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
Another 0-2 coming. Too high. 1-2.
Could be that high fastball there was just a setup pitch. Now you've kind of established that high sight level. Could be a good time to break off a nasty curveball.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Now the pitch. And a pitch taken by McLeod, and it's back to 2-2 now. Here's the 2-2 home. And the 2-2 is taken the other way on the ground to third. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Well, only 3 strikeouts for him in the ball game, but when you got that slow stuff, keeping guys off balance, you don't need to rely on strikeouts.
Jason Worth will dig in. He doubled his last time. Now here's the first pitch. And here's a fastball called for strike one. He continues to get ahead here. He's been in complete control.
I think you need to guard yourself from being overconfident, though. A bloop and a blast could still turn this game on its ear.
Swinging a high chopper to third. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And the throw will be too late as he can't recover in time.
Boy, and with 2 away, that pitcher's probably 3/4 of the way back into the dugout, but then, uh-oh, not so fast. He's going to have to come back and do some more work now.
Ryan Zimmerman will get a shot here in the inning after all, as that 2-out error could really turn out to have some major consequences.
Yeah, anytime you give this guy an at-bat, especially with a runner on base that he otherwise wouldn't have had, you're asking for trouble.
Now here's the first pitch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one.
And you know, down there at third base, He absolutely wants another shot at a ground ball. Something to try and make up for that error.
Go, Nat.
He's set, now the pitch. And they go away here. It's a cold strike, 0-2.
A strike away now from getting through 6 shutout innings here, and that's no small feat against this lineup.
Pause, now the pitch. And a fastball, called strike 3, and the side is retired. Nationals leave 1. They trail it here 2-0. Back here at Nationals Park, getting set for the 7th now with the Cubs out in front. And before the inning gets underway, let's get a look at our game summary to this point. Number 12 will be the batter. Couple of singles to his credit thus far.
Number 12.
Let's go.
Now the first pitch.
Swing.
Swing, and this is hit hard but foul toward the third base dugout. Pitch on the way. Got him to reach for it there as this is grounded to short. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
And that's what the two-seam fastball will do for you. Running away, not just for strikeouts. Here he gets him to hit it on the ground for an easy out.
Mike Baxter will come on, and as he's newly entered into the ballgame, he'll get his first plate appearance now here in inning number 7. Here's the first offering. And the middle infielders are staying busy here. Another ground ball, this time out to second. On to first, and it's a quick start to the 7th as now there are 2 away.
Now batting, the pitcher, C.J. Edwards.
C.J. Edwards will stand in. He popped out in his last time.
Come on now, Nat.
Anthony Rizzo will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 44, Anthony Rizzo.
He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. On the way. Now a swing, and the barrel of the bat breaks in 2 that time. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Cubs are down in order as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. James Russell will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th.
James Russell.
Bryce Harper will step forward now, lined out and popped out in his previous 2 trips. Here's the first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball 1. So they get the matchup they wanted here, lefty on lefty, but it's worth noting there are 2 right-handers to follow.
And you've got a right-hander going in the bullpen as we speak, so this could be a one-batter outing.
Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground towards second. And that'll sneak on through into right for a leadoff single.
One of the first times tonight that they've had their leadoff man on base. Now they've got to find a way to build on it if they want to get back in this thing.
Ian Desmond will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
Neil Ramirez is going to come on in relief as he'll be making his 20th appearance of the season.
Neil Ramirez.
Ian Desmond will be the first to stand in against the new pitcher as he'll do so with a runner at first and nobody out. First pitch coming. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike one. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. From the stretch. One good fastball deserves another as he jumps ahead 0-2 now.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
Comes set, now the pitch. Oh, a tough pitch to lay off that time, but he got away with it, 1-2.
Let's go, Nat.
1-2. This is foul right side. Again, a 1-2. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
Well, you can see his mindset at the plate. He's thinking, I got to get out in front here, try to pull something. Didn't really get a good pitch to do that, though. So he's going to have to go grab a seat.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. From the belt, kicks and deals. And he is cruising now. It's 0-2.
Yeah, he came with a little bit of a different look that time. This pitch is also in there knee high, and now they've got him behind in the count, 0-2.
Comes set, now the pitch. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first two men he faces out of the bullpen.
I love this pitch right here. Just an elevated fastball with two strikes. Nothing much to it. He just says, this is just a good old country fastball, and he runs it right by.
Stepping in now, Danny Espinoza, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
And this offense has just been stuck in neutral. Even when they get a guy on to start the inning, they've got nothing to go with it.
A runner on first with two away. He's ready. Now the pitch. Good break to that one, and he's in command, 0-2.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
From the belt, the pitch. Here's a swing and a high pop-up, drifting toward the third base dugout, and that will conclude matters here in the seventh. One left for Washington. They're down 2-0. Junior Lake will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so with the same pitcher still out there. Seems he's earned himself another inning.
I think that's a definite vote of confidence, but he's done a nice job since coming in, so you might as well ride that hot hand.
Here's the first offering. Swing and a liner. Foul. Here it comes. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 on the way. For Espinoza, the second baseman. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Very brisk pace to the ballgame thus far. 2-0 our score as you get a look there at the line scored at this point in the contest. Tommy LaStella will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far. First offering on the way. And this ball's going to find the seats down the left field line. Foul, strike 1. Now here it comes. Hit hard towards the hole. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
And that ball is rifled at him that time, and it just about took him into left field. Somehow he gets his glove down there and makes a nice play.
Chris Bryant will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the 3rd inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. Now the first pitch. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. But they're on top 2-0. Number 1 will try and get his club back into it here as he'll pinch hit to lead off the home half of the 8th. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Jason Mott is going to come on in relief as he'll be making his 20th appearance of the season.
Jason Mott. Leading off for Washington.
Ball 1.
The shortstop, number 1.
Here's the 1-0. That's inside. 2-0.
You got to think one thing here. Get on base. A walk will do the trick.
Come on, Ned.
Here comes the 2-0. This is sharply hit back up the middle, and the leadoff man is going to reach here. He's got a base hit.
Yeah, really not a bad pitch when you look at it. This is at the knees with some movement. He just uses the center of the diamond and checks in here with a base hit.
Anthony Rendon will step in now, representing the potential tying run.
Keep in mind, he is the team leader in home runs, so if anyone's got a shot of getting one out of here, it's him.
First pitch on the way. Just off the outside, and it's 1-0. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now.
And that fastball of his definitely catches your attention, I mean, especially when it's on the inner half.
2-0 count, the pitch. Over the outside half, and it's 2-1.
Come now, here we go.
The 2-1. Oh, on the ground is short. Could this be two? The second for one. On to first, and the rally ends just as quickly as it began. 2 away now here in the 8th.
Center fielder, Nate McClellan.
Nate McLeod will stand in as they're quickly down to their final 4 outs tonight. First pitch to him. Hit softly to the right side. And an underhanded throw is in time for out number 3. So no runs on 1 base hit, no errors, and no one left on. We've played 8 full. It's the Cubs 2 and the Nationals nothing. Tanner Roark come on now to start the 9th inning as he looks to keep this deficit right where it is for the bottom of the 9th. Mike Olt will get another shot now, 2 for 3 in the game.
First baseman, Mike Olt.
And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here, 0-1.
Boy, we've seen a lot of guys be late on that fastball tonight, and I think that all comes from being a little over-aggressive.
Now here's the pitch. And oh no, pray that didn't get him where it sounded like it got him. And now, fortunately, they will get an out here. And now they'll hustle out there and attend to their pitcher, and that was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee. But if there's one thing I know about this guy, he will not want to come out of this game. And from all indications, it looks like he's going to try to continue. And now, oh, this ball's going to wind up out of play. And a big mistake there. Jorge Soler will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far. This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike 1. The pitch. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. Now here's the pitch. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. Now, how important is it going to be for this guy to throw that curveball for strikes?
I don't know that he necessarily needs to ever throw it for a strike. I mean, if it's around the plate and he's getting guys to go after it, it's doing its job. But if he starts to get too high or too far outside, then it's just an easy take.
And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now. Here's Starlin Castro. As he swings and pops this one foul off to the right, out of play. And now a pitch on the way. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but this will get foul for strike 2. And the pitch. Now a swing and a hard hit grounder. Stabs for it. He's got it. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Cubs are down in order, but they hold a 2-0 lead. Jason Worth will be tasked now with leading things off in their half of the 9th, as they'll try to do something to prevent being shut out.
And whatever they've done for the first 8 innings hasn't yielded a whole lot so far. So, quite frankly, I'm not expecting too much.
Hector Rondon is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth.
Number 56, Hector Rondon.
Jason Worth will be the batter. 2 for 3 with a double thus far.
Leading off in the bottom of the ninth, left fielder, Jason Worth.
Swing and a hard ground ball to third. And the throw to first is in time. 1 gone.
This isn't always the way you want to play it here. I mean, it's late in the game. Your guys are losing. Wouldn't be such a bad idea to take a pitch or two. Instead, chases after the very first pitch, and it's an easy out.
Ryan Zimmerman will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs. First pitch coming. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1.
And think about it. In Game 1 of this series, they've already had to go deep into their bullpen. This could affect them for the rest of the weekend.
All right, let us go.
The 1-0 pitch. Tried to get the arms extended, but he couldn't. 1-1. You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Here's the 1-2. Here's a ball skied in the air near the line, back behind first. Holt is there, and quickly 2 are gone here, and it's not looking good for the home 9.
Yeah, and now just 1 out away from wrapping up this one, and that would certainly be a good way to start the series if they could take Game 1 on the road.
Bryce Harper will stand in as their last chance now. And here's the first pitch. Reaches out, but he can't get it. It's 0-1.
Getting that first pitch strike is so important against a guy like this. You have to be able to work ahead in the count and not let him dictate the at-bat.
Pitch on the way. Right on, but this is foul down toward the box at third. Here it comes. Now a swing, and he pops him up, and this should do it. And he'll put this one away without much trouble, and the Cubs have taken Game 1 of the series on the road as the ball game is over.
Yeah, you know, this game kind of felt like it could have been played back in 1968. Very well played, very low scoring, very quick game, too. I'll tell you, I could go for a few more of these this year. That'd be okay by me.
Time for one final check of the line score as you see the key players there in this shutout victory. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I thought he really pitched well. He ran into a few problems here and there along the way, but aside from that, he was definitely a difference maker out there.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Harrow, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Cubs win this one 2-0. Good night from D.C.
Here now is the final line score tonight. First for the victory.
And the Cubs win. Good stuff right there for us. We're able to get the win, but lost in the process. As now Chris Coughlin has a head contusion as well. He got hit by that fly ball in that game. And he's going to be out for 2 to 3 weeks. Great. More injuries to this ball club that doesn't really need any more injuries. We're pretty banged up as it is, and the fact that we're still sitting where we are at 26 and 29 now after this win here is surprising. But shoot, I don't even remember what I was going to say. But we were able to squeak out the win here. C.J. Edwards, a great game again from him. Not quite as good as the last one, but still good nonetheless. He gave up 3 hits over 6 innings, allowed no runs, and that brings his scoreless streak to 15 consecutive innings, which I realize is still a far cry from Oral Hershiser's. I believe it's 58 innings, or somewhere in the 50s. In consecutive scoreless innings, but for the rookie, not bad at all. You know, I can't complain, and hopefully that's going to help his development. And then also, Pfister takes his first loss of the year, and then there were 2. I believe the last 2 undefeated starters are here in the National League. I can't remember exactly who they were. They popped up on the bottom of the screen towards the end of the game. It's Brandon McCarthy and Brett Anderson, both on the Dodgers. That goes to show you how well the Dodgers are doing this year. But we'll be facing them in a few weeks, so hopefully we can end that and put all that to rest. Nobody goes undefeated on our watch. But this time we played well enough to win the game, and we went from end to end on this one, which was made me very happy. Rondon got his 13th save of the year. Chris Bryant hit his 13th home run of the year, his National League leading 13th, which really kind of sealed the game and made it a little bit tougher for them to come back. It was a nice insurance run. Wish we could have capitalized a little bit more on some opportunities, but the pitching made up for that. So hopefully we can do all right, because tomorrow we need to bring the bats against Gio Gonzalez. He shut us down last time. This was the bad matchup of that last 3 game set was Arrieta and Gonzalez. We ended up losing that game. I think, what was it, 10-0 or something like that? No, 10-2. But either way, it wasn't a very good outing for us. So we definitely need to make sure that we can bounce back there. And then we got some good matchups coming up in this series. We got Jake Arrieta and Gio Gonzalez, Kyle Hendricks and Jordan Zimmerman. Jordan Zimmerman's looking for a little bit of revenge. And then the finale is going to be Travis Wood against the incomparable Max Scherzer, who pitched well enough to win last time. But we're going to hope to try and get to him a little bit more this time and get those hits when we need them. But we got a tough 5-game stretch here, and we're going to need to roll through this if we're going to be the best. If we're going to be the best, we need to beat the best. We got a tough Washington team leading the wild card currently, and then we got Detroit, who struggling as of late, but it's a very good team. And lucky us, we get to face Justin Verlander and David Price in the only 2 games that we see Detroit this year. But that's going to go ahead and do it for this episode. thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to follow us here on Twitch at Life Around Sports Gaming. We'd really appreciate that. And then also subscribe to us on YouTube as well at Life Around Sports Gaming Network. And then don't forget, we also got our Twitter. Little tidbits are posted on there almost every day. Anything you need to know, what's going on with Life Around Sports Gaming. You can check us out on our Twitter at LRSGN. Yeah, that's gonna go ahead and do it. Oh, I know I haven't done this in a while. I've been plugging my buddy M Love on Cherry Weevil, but as of right now, they are on hiatus due to the fact that his partner Adam has moved back. He's in the process of moving, and so they're going to be out of it for a couple, 2 to 3 weeks, so you won't see any new videos up there. But check out some of their old ones on there. They got a lot of good ones up there. But that's going to go ahead and do it for me. Thanks for watching, guys. And you guys be sure to keep it real.